Hola clase. This is a pretty short podcast about a kind of conjugation that's new to us in the present tense. It's called stem-changing verbs. This is just one verb that we're going to practice with for now, but it will serve as a model for us to do other verbs that work like it in Spanish. In this podcast, I'll be using a couple of terms. Conjugating, you're familiar with that, I think, already. That's when we take an infinitive, something that ends in AR, ER, IR, remove the ending, and then add new endings to tell us who's doing something and when they're doing it. And this time I'm also going to be talking about the word stem. Here's the word that we're going to work with, almorzar. It means to have lunch. You can make really simple sentences like almuerzo pizza, todos los días I have pizza for lunch every day. So since I have lunch every day, I think this is a really important verb for me. I hope it is for you too. I hope you have time for lunch. Now if we're going to do the normal steps for conjugating verbs, we'll chop off the AR and add endings. This is an AR verb, so we'll add o, as, a, amos, ice, and an. But what we can't do is just take what's left and put it in the blank, like we do with other verbs. This part that's left is called the stem, although some people call it the root because I guess they can't decide what part of the plant they're looking at. But we're going to call it stem and stem-changing verbs. And when I say stem, I mean there's a change right here. This vowel that you see, the one right in front of the original AR, ER, or IR, that vowel is going to have a stem in stem-changing verbs. In this case, the O changes to UE. So it'll look like this for us. I'll change one more color for you. Almuerzo. Almuerzas. For él, ella, and usted. Almuerza. For nosotros and nosotras, we don't have a change. Almorzamos. Same thing happens with vosotros and vosotras. Almorzáis. And ellos, ellas, and ustedes, once again, will have a change. Almuerzan. So if you look inside this space here, all the verbs that fall inside here have that stem change, O to UE. Some teachers call these shoe verbs or boot verbs because this space right here is supposed to look like a shoe or a boot for, I don't know, someone with very, very giant feet. The real reason that these changes happen is that in Spanish, these sounds here, almuer, muer, 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 here has stress on it. So the vowel that was there, the O, falls apart. Almuerzo, almuerzas, almuerza, almuerzan. Up here, though, the stress is someplace else. Almorzamos, almorzáis. So no stress, the vowel doesn't fall apart. It sounds kind of like us as we get sort of near the middle of the semester. Please look on the course website for some practices with these, and we'll practice with stem-changing verbs in class too. Es todo por hoy. Adiós.